And we're back. Are we back? I don't feel like I'm back. Sorry, today's a little dramatic. Welcome back to Beer Talks. Thanks for tuning in with me and my friends Stanley and Addie and Johnny. We are
who the hell? Who the hell's Johnny?
No,
I'm like, wait, who's
No,
Johnny?
because you all had an E at the end, so I felt like I wanted to belong.
Who the fuck is Johnny?
That's
I wanted to
hilarious.
belong. Anyway, we're back, episode 2, season 2. I'm a little bit out of my groove, just for full transparency, so please bear with me. But my friends aren't. They've been talking for the past half hour, actually. And yeah, we're talking at you again. Episode 2. I haven't checked, but according to Addie, we'll be talking about things related to interests and or extracurricular activities.
No, why did you get it wrong on purpose? We specifically talked about this. We're talking about hobbies.
Okay. See, you like how I dodged around that as much as I could. But before we get into that, we have our beer of the day, which is Space Invaders IPA, Amsterdam Brewery. Addie's the one that found this. Addie, why don't you let me know where you found this and how you know about it? And you were like, okay, cool, let's pick that one.
I was walking around LCBO and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna look at, the Ontario brewery section. And then I just saw the can and I'm like, this is so pretty, I want to have it. So then I decided to pick it up. That genuinely, I knew nothing about this beer. I only looked afterwards to realize, oh, it's from Amsterdam Brewery, which I really like them anyways. So I'm like, okay, happy coincidence. But really, it's because of the can. Like, listeners, if you follow our Instagram, you'll see the video of the can. It's really cool.
Who's Amsterdam Brewery?
It is a brewery in Ontario.
I was gonna say from Amsterdam.
Wow. Amsterdam Brewery, we have so they have like restaurants and their breweries, I think downtown. There's I know they're local Toronto. And then yeah, like back when I used to work downtown, our team used to go to Amsterdam Brew House for like team lunches and stuff. It's really nice. They have like a really big like lakefront restaurant, then like on the side of their restaurant is like these giant brew barrels. Is that what they're called? Barrels?
Sure.
Yeah, and then apparently they're known for their beer.
Actually, officially, they're called Fermentation Station.
Fermentation. I'm over it. I'm done. I'm now officially out of it. I
took my mom out for dinner at Union Social Eatery, and they had this on the menu for
the beer.
Yeah. And
nice.
I believe they have it on the tap. I might be crazy though. I might be misreading it, but yeah.
They have a lot of different brews. I think this is something we could also try as well. But I think their house brew is like three speed lager or something. It's really good. Like I remember the last time I had it was pretty good. So
I cracked it open already. I'm pouring.
Oh, okay. Well.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
Well, no, hold on. You don't have to cheers me yet. I'm pouring still.
Oh, true.
Also, for the record, this is strong beer. This is a 6%er.
It says strong beer on the can.
It also says strong beer on the can. You want to read me the what's on the can there, Stan? It says something like "Prepare yourself."
It says so. It has a little Space Invader icon. It goes, "Prepare yourself for an invasion of cosmic flavors. The sky's the limit, only for those who aren't afraid to look up. Defend yourself."
That's cute.
It's really cute. The marketing campaign manager for this beer did a good job.
Actually, that would be in the creative advertising team, but I digress. So it looks like
okay.
And actually, it's like very cloudy. It reminds me of Hogarden, like look-wise. Like
actually,
it's like
yeah, you're right. Because it even smells like that. It has that kind of like citrusy aroma to it.
Actually smells really good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It does smell a lot like Hogarden.
Right.
But yeah, it has like a very. It's not dark at all. It's cloudy kind of. I've actually never drank Mountain Dew. But it's make me think of Mountain Dew. Don't quote me on that.
Oh.
What?
Sorry, I just found out that the Space Invader, like this trademark, they
Mhm.
actually have this trademark under the Title Corporation. Like the actual company that does Space Invaders, I
Yeah.
think they actually have like a contract with them to be like, hey, we're gonna name our beer Space Invaders. And they're like,
That's
yeah,
so
okay.
cool.
They got
Yeah.
it licensed.
Yeah, this is cool.
Wow. Okay, that makes total sense. So, if any listener is a gamer, you may, the design of the can might be recognizable to you then. Because I thought it was just kind of like their copy, quote unquote copy of like the design. I didn't realize it was actually official.
Yeah.
Anyway, cheers.
All right,
Wait.
cheers, everyone.
Stan, you haven't opened yours yet.
I
Right?
haven't even opened
Oh
mine.
shit.
Yeah, I got it. Cheers.
Okay, cheers.
Ooh, hoppy.
Oh, strong. Very strong.
Yeah, see, IPAs, man.
IPAs, yeah, you're right. When it first hit my mouth, it was like really light and refreshing. But then as it traveled through, I was like, oh, hop. Hop, hop, hop.
This is why
John's making such a face right now. He's like, he hates life.
it's my IPA face. Okay.
Oh my god.
It's like every IPA. The thing is, like the first. This is like the first hurdle for IPA, and then it's just like smooth cruising afterwards. After you get like, after your tongue
First
acclimates.
sip.
Yeah, after your tongue
Yeah.
acclimates to the bitterness and like how strong it is, then you're just like, wow, this is actually really tasty. But that's just me with IPAs.
You know what this does not go with? Calamari. This is not a calamari drink. I don't know what this is.
You don't think so? I think it'd be a good calamari drink
I don't think this is a good calamari drink, man.
because like what's it called? The like the bitterness will cut through anything greasy. So
I guess. I feel like this would be a good calamari drink if the calamari was dipped in salsa.
the calamari I had at said restaurant where they had this. For the record, I didn't have this to drink because I didn't want to ruin the spoilers, you know. Because I knew we were recording. But they had like
You
really,
saved it for the recording?
I did. We had
Oh my God.
we had spicy calamari and it was like salty spicy calamari and I think this would have gone well with that. Anyway, any notes on flavor? We haven't even talked about what it tastes like.
Yeah, I have a note. You know what this tastes like? A crossover between Hoegaarden and Delirium.
Okay, so are there like specific notes or like specific like flavors that
Yes.
you're like, yeah, okay.
Yes. So like first the aroma, like the citrusness, and like when it first hits your mouth, like you said, it has that like refreshing flavor. That's very reminiscent of Hoegaarden. But the aftertaste is very Delirium, where it has a little bit of that bitter, like like citrus peel aftertaste. Does that make sense?
What was the other IPA that we had?
I don't know, but like if it feels like I'm chewing on grass.
Bro, doesn't it feel like you're like there's like
I
a
think
bark? There's like a
yeah,
bark in your mouth.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think that's the hop, right? Like that's the whatever grass they like throw into the beer to. No, it is. I swear. It's like they grow it in the like the community garden near my place. It literally says over here like it's hop, and then I think I went on like a beer tour somewhere. They're like, yeah, this is what the hop is. It's literally just like bundles of like grass or something.
Yes, I looked it up. Hops are the green cone-shaped flowers that they basically put in with the brewing process, and it has like a bitter, or like it kind of adds that bitterness. I guess that aftertaste that we're talking about. It's from that cone-shaped flower.
Yeah, so it feels like I'm just chewing on grass, and like the grass just like it's like stuck in my teeth, in my cheeks, and in like the back of my throat, and it just won't leave.
It's like it clawed onto your throat and it's sliding down slowly. That's what it feels like. Oh, that's
Right.
very graphic.
I don't know. Like for some reason, I feel like I grabbed a tree bark, and just
And
put
just
it in my
chewed it?
mouth. Yeah. Listen, this is that a complaint? I don't know. Okay, we're all making faces after.
No, I feel like this is one of those beers like you're tasting for flavor, but you're not like pairing it with food. But for me,
You think
Right?
so?
I think so. Like if I were to drink this, I wouldn't like pair this. Like I'd be like, oh yeah, I want this specific flavor of this beer. I wanna like pair it with food. You know? I don't know. Yes, Addie.
Sorry. I realized I put my hand up. I would actually have this beer with my dessert. because I'm not a sweet person.
Which dessert?
Like any sweetness, because I feel like I would be okay with having the hops when I have sweetness in my mouth because I don't like sugar, right? So like if you know what, if I have like a chocolate cake or a red velvet cake, I would love to pair it with this beer.
Nothing
right?
is
Like
sweet about this cake at all. This
this
beer
cake.
at all.
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
Like in my mind, it will balance out sweetness because I don't like super sweet stuff, and chocolate and red velvet is typically very sweet and heavy. So I think this, to me, would help me balance out that flavor. Does that make sense?
Sure. Also, now that it makes so much sense, Dan, about prepare yourself for an invasion of cosmic flavor.
I
And it's
like
just,
you just completely like, okay, Addy, sure, moving on. Sure, chocolate cake.
no, that's not. That's not what you know what I mean. Come on, don't be so dramatic. We've been doing this for over a
John's
year now.
bullying me. John's bullying.
We've been doing this for over a year now. Anyway, it says like defend yourself.
Yeah, I get it. Not the slogan. The little flavor text is very it's very on the nose.
Mm-hmm,
Their caption, right?
they
That's what we call
definitely
it.
Yeah.
invaded our mouth. Ugh.
Yeah. But you know what, John? I think you're right. Like it is a very like classic IPA where like the more I drink it, the more I'm like, yeah, you know what?
You
This
get
is
used
actually
to
pretty
it.
good.
Yeah.
It's actually then it's like pretty good.
That's like I said, man. Like that's why I never like IPA is never my first choice. IPA is when like, oh, I'm feeling adventurous today. Like that's
Defend your
what I-
mouth.
Yeah, that's okay. That sounds a little.
Wow.
No, okay. Anyway, we're
It's
not gonna
okay.
get
Our
into.
podcast, I always say that there's explicit content. So if there are innuendos or whatever insinuations, it's totally fine.
Listen, it's only an innuendo if you mean it to be an innuendo. Half the time, I'm pretty sure with our virgin ears, mouths, eyes, and nose, we're fine.
I'm so confused.
So anyway, Addy, what are we talking about today? You alluded to it. I think we're talking about like extreme sports.
Oh my
Extra
gosh,
hobbies.
I think we're
Alright,
talking about
so
time sinks. Anyway,
for like
continue.
realsies, we are talking about hobbies. So it's funny because this was actually a suggestion from a friend of ours. But I was kind of like, what is a hobby? So I looked it up, guys. A hobby is an activity that is done regularly during your leisure time, typically for fun or for pleasure. It's not a professional thing, and it's not done for money. It's just something you do, whether it's like to wind down or just to have fun.
Who
That's
defined
what's a
this?
Google defined this.
Okay, Google.
Yes. What do you disagree? Is that why you're asking?
No, I just want to know the source. Like, is it like
Mm-mm.
dictionary.com or like
Source, trust me, bro. That's the source.
like is it Wikipedia?
Source, just
I'm
trust me,
trying to
bro.
look up. It doesn't tell you the source, does it?
No, they never do.
They never do. It's
Um,
just the definition.
So like, okay, so hobbies, like what?
All right,
What is
all
the
right, all right.
confusion, Stan? What
Okay,
did you want it
Wikipedia.
to?
Wikipedia. A
Um,
hobby is considered a regular activity that is done for enjoyment.
Okay, well, I like not that like I have like qualms with it. I just want to know like who defined it and like why is it considered a hobby? Because I think I had a lot of questions about this particular topic too. Because I'm like I want to find a hobby that I enjoy, but I don't know what it is. And like hobbies are so like just it's hard to come by and they're expensive too, right? Like, do you guys have hobbies that you guys partake in on during your leisure act? What is the definition? Like partake in during your leisure time that's
Mhm.
not done professionally?
Or for pay.
Yeah.
So something you do for fun.
Yeah. Do you guys have hobbies in this that fits this criteria?
John, I know you do. Like, what is it? What is that game called again?
yes. When
Right?
I do music, yeah. When I play music and stuff, and like that can get expensive. When people do anything artsy, that can get expensive. But I think the issue is then,
Collections that can get expensive.
the issue is then when you're like talking about these things, we just like I think the worry, like even this podcast, I think podcasting is a hobby now. Based on how many people are like
Is it?
doing it, I'm pretty sure I would consider this a hobby.
Mm.
I mean, like, yeah, I think it fits the criteria, right? Like, we
Mm-mm.
don't do it professionally. It is during our leisure time. I do
Mhm.
find enjoyment out of it,
Mhm.
and then we do this pretty consistently, right?
It's like a book group, What do they call them? You know
Book
what I mean?
Book
clubs.
club.
Book club. Yeah, yeah. Except there's like a beer
You're
club.
almost there.
I was close.
Book group.
But except this is like a beer club, right? And then we just
Mm.
kind of go through it and then talk
We
about,
sit here, drink beer, and talk shit.
well, talk seriously about other issues too, Stan. Okay.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
But yeah, I mean, I think the problem is whenever, especially for people who have income or have a source of
Mhm.
income, it can definitely get expensive at the beginning. But for those who aren't like have that opportunity, I think to just get the ball rolling doesn't really take that much investment. You know what I mean? Like for
Mm.
example, for this podcast, we could, we could really get into like equipment and like, software and all those things.
Mhm.
And we have the means to do that and all that stuff, but like we're like, no, let's just kind of get it going and let's get the ball rolling. All that is to
Mhm.
say, I don't think that every hobby needs to be expensive.
Mhm.
I'm sure there's like this super niche, what is it, like I swear there was one that has to do with thrift store shopping or something like that.
Yep.
Or like antiquing, something
Like
like that.
thrifting is, I think, is a hobby for
Hobby,
some
right?
people.
Yeah.
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 It's like such a huge web, like rabbit hole of hobbies, right?
Mhm.
So yeah.
Yeah, I think you're totally right. I was looking at this website called zeddy.com and they talk about hobbies. Podcasting's one of them.
Oh,
Blogging is one of them. If you want to I'm thinking like inexpensive hobbies, like some people volunteer as a hobby. Like
True.
that's what they do for fun. Like they find volunteering fun. So that's kind of an inexpensive one.
Does it have to be
Yeah.
fun? Maybe they get like satisfaction to it,
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. It's like something to give yourself, like it makes you happy. Like you take pleasure in doing that activity.
so I think a lot of things can then be considered hobby.
Totally.
right?
I think
Do
so.
you guys have like specific hobbies that you have had for a long time? So I can say why I'm asking this question. So like throughout the pandemic, this question really hit me hard because I didn't really know what my hobbies were, because before the pandemic, where I had all this free time at home, like really I just spent all my time at work, right? Like
Mhm.
I wake up, go to work, after work I go get a drink, and then
Mhm.
I go home, eat and sleep, and then rinse and repeat,
Do it again, yeah.
right? And then like on the weekend, like honestly, it's just catching up on all the stuff that I missed during the week, and then all the relationships that I've built. So like, my friends and like, dinners and stuff like that. So I
Mhm.
don't really feel like I have something just for me. Like, I mean, I guess you can say like going out to eat with your friends is a hobby, but I like during the pandemic I couldn't do that, right? So then I
Mhm.
really try to figure out like, okay, what can I do as a hobby? And then I saw my partner who, this is crazy. So my partner, he's like very into fish, like specifically freshwater fish. And this is
Salmon
where,
or bass?
no, not salmon, no. Like freshwater fish. And like this is where I really started to like wonder like, what is this about, like this very specific thing? Because he's not into all fish. He actually doesn't like saltwater fish, like unlike a lot of fish enthusiasts, right?
Like
He's like,
tuna.
I'm
Mhm.
like, yeah, sure. like starfish, anemones, like the Nemos and the Dories. He's like, nah, I'm not about that. I like freshwater fish. And then what he does is he can literally sit in front of his tanks for like hours. I'm not even kidding, hours at a time. And then like the world would just disappear around him. Like I would not exist in this fish world. And then yeah, and I'm like, wow, I want to find something that I'm super into. And I asked him, I'm like, how long have you been into fish? He's like, since he was a kid. I'm like, wow, I don't think I've had something since I was even like as a teenager, right? That like I've carried through until now
Mhm.
that I would consider a hobby. And so I wanted to ask you guys, or even like, people listening, do you guys have like things that like bring you unquestionable joy in your life that not everybody's into it? It's like a very you thing, but it's like you don't really care, right? Like you do it because it brings you this level of joy.
I don't think I've ever like into that level. Well, firstly, to answer your question, it has to be music for me, like just making music and stuff. Like especially when I obsess over like a specific person. Like I would see like a YouTube video of a guy playing a guitar, and I was like, I want to learn that. And then like I look it up, and then like there's no tabs, or like there's no chords, or there's nothing, So then I have to learn either by listening or by like literally putting the video on like 0.5 speed.
And then move your fingers to your
Yeah,
to
and
your
then-
guitar.
exactly. And then I'll grab my guitar and then I'll just start playing along, and I get a lot of satisfaction of like getting to the level that that's like, oh, I finally sound like that video, right? And then
Oh.
I would play the video and I try to play along, and I'm like 0.5. I'm like, you know, I'm not actually as fast as going like at the proper tempo. That song's. I was like, oh, I still have some long ways to go. Like actually, for example, just recently, I don't know. I've been learning this song for like maybe like the past 6 months or so. Like it's just like I said, like it's just a hobby, right? Like there's no time, like constraints into these things. And then a couple of days ago, my fingers finally kept up with the speed of how it's supposed to go, and I was like, holy crap, I could do it now.
This
And
is the muscle memory you keep talking about.
and then I do the thing where I play the video and I try to play along, and I was like, oh, I can't really do it yet. I'm like 90% there though. It sounds like I can do it, and I can definitely, like, my fingers are going, but like I'm still messing it up. And to me, like, that brings such a crazy amount of satisfaction of like, holy shit, like I'm better than what I was. And then it's like, oh, let me put this on Instagram. But I'm not gonna do that because I don't need to have that validation. Like, to me, I mean, no offense to people who like to post their stuff, to get validation, but to me it's like, oh, I can tell that I'm getting better. And like, I guess ever since I was a kid, that's always been like a thing of like, oh, there's a song that I really want to know how to play, I'm gonna get into that. And like, these songs are, I gotta, like, you guys wouldn't know what it is, but like they're hard. Like these songs are like hard to learn. And I remember the same YouTuber that I'm watching. He's a Japanese guy, by the way, and he plays this song, and I learned one of his songs, and it took me maybe like 2 months or so to learn it fully. And that was like after like 3 weeks of watching the video like on 0.5 speed. You know what I mean? So like there was a lot of work that was done to it, but to me it wasn't work because this is my hobby. I find leisure into it, and I was like,
you find true enjoyment when
yeah,
you're like,
right. And I was like, oh shit, like, oh, so that's the thing. And then I'm like, oh, that doesn't sound quite right, because again, there's nothing for me to bounce off of other than the video. And I don't know if you guys know, but when people play guitars and people play songs on YouTube especially, they kind of pseudo hide their hand behind, like, it's obscure, so that you can't really fully see what the notes are.
oh, it's like the IP, it's like the intellectual property. It's like you can't
Yeah.
copy what I
Yeah,
do.
exactly. It's like
Oh.
strategic like that.
Oh, it's on
Yeah.
purpose. I thought it was
On
just like
purpose.
they want to be in frame.
No. Like, it's on
Now I
purpose.
know.
Like, yeah, it's like it's either like behind the microphone, or like when they will do a chord, they will change the angle all of a sudden to like a different.
I'm gonna go on these YouTube videos and be like, show your fingers.
Yeah.
I want to
but they
see
don't.
these videos now. I need to rewatch the videos, and now I'm gonna
They
be like,
don't.
oh, I know what you're doing.
Yeah, but they don't. So then it gets harder for me to figure out, and then that's when I have to figure out by ear and all that stuff. But
Okay.
on the opposite side, the people that show everything, it's because it's too complicated to copy.
It's their biggest flex. They're like, even if you see it, you can't
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah. It's like, go bet, like, go, like, let's see you try this one, and you're
And
like,
then does it give you a high when you're like, I can do it. I did
Yeah.
it. I copied them.
that's what I mean. Yeah. And that's like what, like months and months later, right? Like that's when I get, like, I keep going back and playing the same songs over and over until it's muscle memory. And
That's
then,
so
like,
hilarious.
and then for me especially too, it's like, well, I realize I'm talking about this way too long, but I would learn like the first, like, not even like 15 seconds of the song, and the song is like 3 minutes long, right? And I would just like learn that 15 seconds, and I'll try to get it down pat, and I was like, all right, I've been playing this song for like 3 weeks now. I only know like the first 15 seconds, let me learn the next part. And then it would be like another 15 seconds, and like that's the process for me. And then slowly but surely we get there, and then eventually I never finished the entire song, because then I was like, this is good enough. Like, I don't need to learn the last 2 minutes.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Addy, but what about you? Do you have any like long-term hobbies that you want to share?
You know what's funny? My hobby mirrors John's quite a bit.
You're also going on YouTube and learning guitar?
Very close to it. I do essentially the same thing, but with dance. So I've been dancing since I was 8. So it's been a few decades.
My
Stop
friends
trying
are
to
so
guess my age.
artistic.
right?
So like when I was a kid, I was trained, so to speak. Like I took lessons. And that was just my joy. I used to dance in elementary school and high school. I used to dance 2 days a week. But then, university happened, work happened, and I actually stopped for like 8 years. But even during those 8 years, I would do what John did. Like I'll go on YouTube and I'm like, oh, this dance is really cool. I'm gonna learn it. And I do the same thing. I'll play it in 0.5 speed and I'll try to copy their moves. And like not every choreographer or every dance, whether it's from like a choreographer that's just making up their own choreo, or if I'm copying like a K-pop dance, they don't always post a mirrored dance video. So I would have to watch it in slow speed and then mentally be like, okay, that was their left arm. And then I would have to do the opposite of what they're doing and I would learn the dance that way. And then I go through the same process as John. I'm like, oh, I got the moves. Let's go to like 0.75 speed. And I'm like, yeah, no, fuck this. I can't follow. And then I have to, yeah, I can't keep up. And I'm like, I'm going to keep doing it until I learn the dance. And like John said, I would keep doing it till it's muscle memory and I can actually do it at their speed. So that's like my hobby. Like now I'm back to taking lessons and stuff. And I do have like a dance teacher and like we do choreo that way as well. But I actually still do it on the side. Like now it's not YouTube. Like I watch TikTok dances. I can tell you, I pretty much know every viral TikTok dance in the past year. I just never post it. It's just the enjoyment of like, I learned it, I can do it, but I'm not gonna post it. But it's fun to me. So like that's my hobby.
Stan.
I don't know. I'm like, this is where I'm kind of like, I wish I cared about stuff like this, and I mean, I enjoy watching, like, guitar, like, YouTube videos. I enjoy like listening to covers. I even enjoy watching like hip hop dance videos and stuff like that, right? But like I never thought to myself, I'm like, I want to do that. I just enjoy watching it, right?
I see.
And then so that's why I'm like, I wish I can like kind of find a hobby that I enjoy. And then I think recently I figured out like, oh, maybe just like instead of me improving on like a particular like art form or stuff like that, it's more for me to just like learn more things. So for me, it's like I like building stuff, I found. So like I'm like very into like home improvement now, and then I'm very into like building a like. So I put together a like a warm compost, and I think this like going through the process and stuff like that and caring about it consistently and like constantly, it's that's becoming like part of my hobby, right? Where I think it's like, okay, you have to go on YouTube and you have to like find resources and learn how to do something, and then go through trial and error, and then like eventually get to a point where you're like, okay, I'm like pretty satisfied with this. And then also we have, like you guys said, there's like levels of flex, right? There's like people that post to flex, and then it's like, oh, okay, like I've definitely seen some like plant videos where like they have an entire plant shelf, or like some compost videos where like they have a sick composting system. I know this sounds so dumb, but like
It's not dumb.
No, it doesn't. Actually, I really commend you for that because I had always thought that was a cool hobby to get into, but I'm just like, I don't know how to get started, and yeah, I'm not gonna do it. So I think it's really cool because when you told me you have the worm compost thing, and you're keeping the worms alive and you understand their ecosystem, it's so cool. Like kind of.
I think it's cool too.
Yeah.
Like I never thought I'd be into worms. But
I'm
here
being
we are.
facetious, but yeah, I think that's cool. I think like who gives a shit what like like you like worms, like that's the thing that you like, you like to grow compost and you like to see how things, and then you're like, hey, this is really good soil, like
yeah. And also, I just want to clarify, I'm not like in love. I don't like pick them up and like whisper sweet nothings.
Oh,
to
why
them.
not? Wait,
No.
I thought you just had a bucket and be like, grow my little
I do sometimes. Like I feed them. I'm like, eat all my leftovers. Make more babies.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think there's stupid stuff at all. I mean, like to each their own. And in fact, like I think that's a really like hard entry level to to get into, no?
Yeah.
I agree.
And then like because of that, I'm like, oh, maybe I should like grow my own crops because I already have fertilizer. So then this summer I want to grow like things like watermelon, and like I want to see if I can grow an entire summer's worth of just peppers. So then we don't have to buy peppers anymore because they're so expensive now at the supermarket. I'm so pissed about having to spend $10 for peppers.
What kind of peppers?
Like bell
Like
peppers?
bell peppers. Yeah.
Mm.
I thought you like chilies and peppers. I always get them crossed.
Oh yeah. So like I also want to grow like chili
Mm.
peppers as well. I grew
Mhm.
them 1 year actually, and then I have like preserved ones, and I made chili powder out of. They're really good actually.
My sister is actually, she bought a whole kind of like this lady's insane, to be honest. She's like Bezos's like secretary at this point. How much money she gives to Amazon, but she grabbed like I don't know if you call it like a greenhouse on wheels, but you get it.
Oh yeah, okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like honestly, it's like a really big grill. Like think of like a barbecue grill that has a lid, but
Yeah.
like it's
It's a
essentially
greenhouse.
it's dirt, right? With like different like
Yeah.
spots for like plants and stuff.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it's like where you have like little baby ones, right? And then you get them to
Mhm.
sprout, and then you move them to a pot afterwards.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
What do you
I
call
know. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I was like, this is so extra, bro. And she's like, what? Like it works. And then she had it like, so no bugs are on it and all that stuff.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
there was a bunch of like not fleas, but whatever's jumping around on the soil.
Yeah,
And then she's-
aphids or like
Hey, yeah,
springtails.
exactly. And she's like, yo, I need to get this out. And then she was like looking up like, like whatever's like lemon and water spray or whatever like that. Like she was looking
Yeah.
up all these home remedies. And then it has its own irrigation, and I'm like, all right, bro.
Yeah.
That's
I feel
Wow.
like this is
Yeah.
like, when you feel like you have a hobby where like at one point in your life or your life you've consistently, but like it's too much for the normal people, and you're like, is this necessary? Like for me, at one point for like a period of 2 months, I really considered buying ladybugs and just releasing them in my home to eat all the aphids and like the pests.
yeah.
And then I'm like, no, this is crazy. Like I had to stop myself and be like, no, I live with other people.
Just
I
buy
can't.
one ladybug, a ladybug.
You can, because they come in like five. You can. So first of all, yes, you can buy ladybugs. They come in like 500s. Okay, like
Oh
they don't
my
come in
God.
just ones or tens. They comes in 500. So
Wait,
you
oh
have
my
to release all
God.
500.
Yeah, they're
'cause
like-
otherwise it's just gonna die.
Are they frozen or something? Like
No. So like
Confused.
they come to you in like a little bag, and you just like open the little bag, and like literally hundreds of ladybugs just crawl out. They sell like Canadian Tire.
No shot. What?
No, actually, no, for reals,
At
Also-
Canned High? They sell it at Canned High?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
No lies. And then I really thought about it. I'm like, no, I can't. Like, I don't want to just like wake up with like ladybugs on my arms and my forehead.
Also, don't you guys feel bad about male ladybugs because they're always misgendered?
Oh, wow. Wow.
Oh, anyway, so
Wow. Rabbit hole not going down that.
listen, I wasn't
Um,
inviting. I was just a thought. Okay, this is a safe space.
Speaking
Okay,
of
we can talk
that,
about these things. Yeah. But yeah, like nobody, like those are the things that interests you, and like,
Mhm.
and I believe like the whole gratification that you get and satisfaction is how
Mhm.
not only how much yield you get out of the plants that you have, but also how healthy they are, or like
Mm.
how the leaves aren't like dying and like the bugs aren't like it's like
which
almost
is
complete.
like, it sounds so dumb, right? It's like
It's not.
the enjoyment is looking at the things that you kept alive.
Right.
Like, yes,
Yeah,
satisfaction.
yeah.
But it's true. I'm like, ooh, a new leaf.
Yeah, you're like it's sprouting, like you're like
I started an Instagram account like way back, and it's like a separate from my own Instagram, because I literally, so the description on my Instagram account is I never thought I was going to be a plant person,
Mhm.
but none of my friends understand how exciting it is to see a new leaf. So here we are.
Dang.
No, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Yo, so
Alright,
listeners, if you want him to
who are we adding, Stan?
who are you- what's the handle? What's the handle? Yeah, I
What's
think
the
our
handle,
listeners
Stan?
might want to know.
Who are you adding?
Follow us and find out.
Okay.
Ooh.
But yeah, I mean, like the extent of hobbies too. I don't think like, I think the worst part of like this whole hobby culture is the gatekeeping of like,
Oh yeah, that's awful, eh?
it's like, hey, you're not as into this as I am, therefore you're not really doing this as a hobby.
Oh my
And,
god, yeah.
And you're like, yo, bro, why don't you chill and
Alright.
just let people.
What are some of the things you've heard about that you're like, whoa, dude, like chill?
Okay, I have one.
Addie, you can go first.
So like, I guess I don't know if you consider this a hobby, but it is for me. Like I watch TV shows as kind of like my hobby. And like I don't just watch it for enjoyment. I'm like I guess kind of a cinema snob a little bit where I'm like I will analyze like, oh, was that a plot point? Was that a good character development and all that kind of stuff. So like I do consider watching TV shows a
Mhm.
hobby of mine because I'll
Mhm.
also look into it. Okay, hey, what was the behind the scenes? How did they film this? Was this like, did they use animatronics or did they use, visual effects? All that kind of stuff. And one of the genres that I love watching TV shows in is sci-fi. And I had one girl, oh my gosh, she like judged me so hard. She was like, because she knew that
What's her name? What's her name?
What's her handle?
her name starts with a K.
Ends with Aaron. Okay, true.
So
Yeah, okay.
Karen. So this Karen was like, because I talk about film and TV shows a lot with at that time I was still in school, like with classmates. So people kind of knew that I was a film and TV buff, whatever you call it, right? And specifically sci-fi.
Mhm.
And she's like, oh, I heard you're a sci-fi fan. Like, I'm also a sci-fi fan. And then I'm like, oh, cool. And then she's like, what did you think about Firefly? And I'm like, oh, I never watched that one. And she's like, how can you call yourself a sci-fi fan if you've never watched Firefly?
True. How can you have you not seen Firefly, Addie?
No, I actually have not. And I
Wow.
avoided it
How
because
can
I'm
you
like,
call yourself?
I know. And I had avoided it because I loved all the actors in that show and I watched all their other stuff, but then I'm like, I knew that it was canceled after one season. Spoiler alert.
Mm.
So then I was kind of like, it kind of made me sad and I knew all the high praise of it. So then I'm like, oh, I don't want to watch an amazing show only to know that it's going to be there for like one season. So I actually didn't watch it. But yeah, she was just like hardcore judging me and like the face she made, she went from super excited to like, oh, you've never watched Firefly? I was
Stop
like,
talking.
wow.
Yeah, true.
Wow.
The American space drama Western
Mhm.
television series that was created and written by Josh. Like, you've never seen this? I totally don't have the Wikipedia page on my other monitor right now. Okay, I just know this off the top of my head. And how dare
Yeah,
you
but-
call yourself a sci-fi fan?
Wow.
But that's pretty like that's like a pretty harsh like line to gatekeeper. Like you must watch this series to be considered this fan of this genre.
I think that's the
that's a
whole
lot.
that's the whole point of gatekeepers, is that they feel like, you need to
Be
hit,
initiated.
yeah, you need to hit a certain like the same level that they went through, the same path that they went through for you to be considered. Oh yeah, this
Which is
guy.
kind of crazy.
I agree. Which is
John,
like,
do you have any experiences of like being gate kept?
I honestly never paid attention to that stuff. Like,
Have you gate kept anybody?
no, to be fair, it's like so especially like when in terms of like cooking and stuff, like a good friend of mine, she just like she didn't know anything about kitchen and stuff. Like, she didn't even know how to boil an egg. And
Oh,
like,
okay.
no, I mean, like, to boil an egg the way that she likes, which is like the yolk
okay,
still a
okay,
little
fair,
runny, right? And I was like, bro, just literally when your water is boiling, you throw the egg in there and then put your timer in 6 minutes, take it out 6 minutes, put it in a cold bath.
You can't count to 6 minutes. You're not a chef.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, that's literally it. And then she did it and she's like, oh my God, But then now she's like, she's very much into cooking and stuff and doing all those
Oh,
things. And she was telling me all about it. And like, there was never a point of me and be like, oh, you call these cooking? Like, but in full transparency, like, I would think about it. I was like, oh, that's not that hard to do.
Right.
But I'm not gonna be like on my high horse and be like, you should be doing something harder. Or
Right, like for you it's not that hard, but for her
Exactly.
it's like a big accomplishment.
Exactly. And that's
Yeah.
that's essentially what it is. And then when it comes to like music stuff, and like
Mhm.
there's people who are like, oh, like, what's your guitar brand, or like, what's your, that's when I know that like they're in it
Have
for,
you judged me before?
no, absolutely not.
Because I definitely so like I have a guitar. I know like a couple chords.
No, absolutely not. I don't judge people based, because like what you like to do is what you like to do. Like, who am I to shit on your parade, right? Like,
You know what? That's fair. I think that's a good mindset to have.
because like I've met so many people who have like, oh, your guitar is only like, like this certain brand, which is like a C class brand, and they have this like, triple A class, like $5,000 worth guitar, right?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
And then they're like, oh, that's like, and my guitar that I bring to the gig is like $300, right?
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, like, I can see it like in their eyes of like, you know,
The
oh, that's the
judgment.
yeah, like that's the guitar that you brought. I was like, oh yeah, it's nothing but so and so, and then
Mm.
you know, but I'm never gonna go up to them. I don't really bring my $7,000 guitar to gigs. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like
Mhm.
like
Mhm.
I'm like I would never say anything like that. Do I have it? Yeah, but am I gonna flex that on you? No, like that's not like it's cool, bro. Like just show me how how you play your
Mm.
you know,
Well,
Yeah,
then
yeah,
make
yeah.
make good music.
That's interesting.
I have
Yeah.
a question then. Like, do you find that it does make a difference? Like your $300 guitar versus their 5,000. Like, do you think
Absolutely, man.
do you think their music does sound better?
No, your music doesn't sound better, but it does produce better sound.
Ah.
Okay.
Like if you're a bad musician, no matter how expensive of a guitar, like an instrument you have,
Mhm.
you'll still sound like shit. But
Exactly.
Mm.
you know, everybody can press a C, like a C chord,
Exactly.
right? And then like a C chord on a $100 keyboard versus like a $20,000 like
baby grand piano.
piano.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's gonna sound very different.
Exactly.
Mm.
Yeah. So like you could be playing, you know, four basic chords on like a $7,000 guitar, and then that's all you like, and it's like a pop song, you know,
Right.
baby, you know, and it's like a copyright. I know, and it's like okay, cool, like it sounds nice,
Mm.
I
but
like how that's the go-to song that you chose.
it was off the top of my head. Okay, I'm still not fully into this. Okay. But like you know, but you can versus like somebody who's playing like baby in you know a $300 guitar, but like fully like you know like their skills are like over the top. Yeah, exactly. And you're like, wow, that's amazing. You know, like honestly, it's all on the player, right? Sorry, like on another smaller tangent, there was this YouTube series. I don't know if it's like the Insider or something, where I forget what he's called. He's a famous guitarist. He's coming up. It's always recommended to me on YouTube, but I never watch any of his videos. But he's becoming very popular, and he called it the Mojo, the Guitar Mojo, which is like because one of the question was, hey, should I invest on like a $5,000 guitar versus like a $500 guitar, right? And then he's like, it really depends because all guitars have mojos, and it's essentially what he means it as like you're gonna go to the guitar store, try out a bunch of guitars, and there's this one guitar that always calls on you, and it doesn't matter what that price range is. It could be very cheap, it could be very expensive, and then when you grab it and you play with it, it's like it just fits. It's like a perfect glove, you know. And so you're like, and it could be like a $300 guitar that like you really love playing and stuff. And honestly, like to me, that's for real. Like my first electric guitar that's still with me, like it spoke to me, you know, like it legit like actually like, hey, like I really like playing this guitar. I like the weight, I like how it feels, I like everything about it. And you know, like that, all that is to say that, you know, when it comes to like hobbies and stuff, there are people who always gonna gatekeep you, and I don't think that you should adjust your standards. And as long as you're feeling, you know, getting the satisfaction and the happiness and all these things from what you're doing. Yeah.
I think that's really it. It's like really about kind of like your satisfaction, kind of what you want out of your hobby, right? So like I definitely have a story about so like I've definitely gatekept someone, like not intentionally, but like now thinking back, I'm like I've definitely gatekept some people not out of, but like just keeping them away from kind of like what I wanted to do. So like, and you know, unlike John, I'm very open to admitting that I love video games.
I don't know what you're talking about. Like what? What are you talking about?
Like unless you've been living under a rock, like everybody's at least heard of like the craze of Pokemon Go when it first launched in 2016, right? Like it was like a global phenomenon. And then so when I started playing, I you know, like my friends and I, we were like all very into it. We're not like so into it, like, you know, the people camping overnight at like, you know, certain locations, like, which is crazy to me, and like, you know, power to you. But I think on the other spectrum, there's a couple of my friends who like found a way to kind of like cheat the game, right? Like in every video game, there's gonna be hacks. There's gonna be like, you know, unintentional exploits that they're like trying to gain the system. And so I do have friends that, you know, have found these exploits, and then when they're like, hey, let's play together, we have these exploits, so then the game's gonna be easier to find, like, you know, rarer like captures and things like that. Like I was like, no, I don't want that. Like that's not a legitimate way to play the game and this and that. And like, you know, I think at the time I really believed it too. And then Which is crazy to me now. I'm like, man, like, why was I like that? It's just a game, you know?
Excuse me, how did you get your shiny Pikachu? Did you...
Yeah. No, seriously, they're like, yo, we should trade like my shiny for your shiny. But then in my head, I'm like, your shiny is not legitimate. But like, you know, what is legitimate? And then so anyway, like I've kind of like gone full circle back to this moment. And I'm like, you know what? That really shouldn't be the case. It's like, yeah, I'm like okay not to like trade these shinies, but like I didn't need to, you know, create this gate that I've kept. Right? There was like no point in that.
The authenticity.
Yeah, the authenticity.
Yeah, and I think it's just like, okay, for me, I wanted to play a game a certain way, which is totally fine and legitimate. And like my friends wanted to play a game in this very specific way, which is also legitimate. And like I didn't have to be like, you're not a good player or you're not a legitimate player because XYZ. Right?
Addy,
Like,
I bet you've gatekeep people as a fellow One Piece fan.
No, I never gatekeep people for One Piece. Wait, what do you mean? What were...
I don't know. I don't know. You just look like the type. No, where you're just like, but did you know about so and so? And
Actually,
shots fired.
Actually, I think you would do that.
Me?
100%. We'd be.
I don't gatekeep people.
But you would be that snob where, like, we would read the latest chapter of One Piece, and then I'm like, oh, I don't remember. Like, when did they mention this character? I don't remember this person. And then you're like, you mean you never read chapter 456 when they talked about this person? I'm like, we're at 1,000 chapters. How am I going to remember like 5 years ago what they said?
Great John impression.
How do you call yourself a One Piece fan if you don't even remember chapter 426 on panel number 2?
You have 100% said that to me.
Page 36.
I think verbatim.
Yeah, verbatim. Thank you, Stan. Yeah, he has 100% said that. He's like, wait, how are you such a hardcore One Piece fan if you didn't do this? Oh, actually, another story. When I cosplay, I was like brainstorming what to cosplay, and then I was like, oh, maybe I can do like my version of, for example, Zoro. And then I'm like, I'm going to do this and that. And then you were like, wait, you're not going to dye your hair green? And I'm like, well, no, it's my version of Zoro. And you're like, how can you say you're dressing up as Zoro if your hair's not green? I was like,
exactly, Stan. Why would you say that to Addy? Like,
that wasn't me. I didn't say anything.
It was 100% John.
Yeah. You know what? Like, I think the cosplay community also like it's a little scary. They're like very heavily gatekeeping their favorites, and like I get it. It's like the dedication to the fandom, but like no, I've never cosplayed before, but I've definitely been on Reddits, and like you know I've seen some really really sick interpretations of cosplays, but then they just get blasted, and I'm like, whoa, man, like relax.
Oh, totally.
For the record, when I was telling Addy to dye her hair green, I was being facetious, as I usually am in these.
You were? She took it seriously to heart.
Listen,
I know. I like bleach my hair and everything too.
That sounds like a her problem and not a me problem. So.
Wow.
Anyway, moving forward.
Actually, I have a question about like kind of in this, you know, realm of gatekeeping hobbies and shit like that. Because I've been told this. I wonder if any of you have. Like I said, dancing's my hobby. But then I have had people that are like, oh, but you're not like professionally trained, or they'll be like, oh, but you don't compete. So then they kind of...
That's the whole thing with a hobby is like you're not a professional.
Right, exactly. But then they're kind of like still judging you like, oh, you're really just recreationally doing this? Like, do you...
Yes, as a hobby.
I know. So... Like, I know, for example, John, you're not professionally trained. I think you've also said you can't actually read music. Like, you didn't learn it that way, right?
I still really thought you were gonna be like, John's not a professionally trained dancer, but he's a really good dancer. I was like, since when?
Bro, I can b-boy. You haven't seen me break?
I know, right?
I can break in all places, and I mean and then take me to the hospital afterwards, but because I'm literally broken.
But actually, it's because John is insanely talented, and he hasn't been professionally trained. No, but it's true. This is how I truly, genuinely, this is how I genuinely see you. Like, you're not professionally trained. You don't read sheet music, and you literally learn music just by listening to it. But has anyone ever like judged you to be like, ooh, but you don't know? What do you mean you don't know how to write out this song or whatever?
At the beginning, I was very insecure about those things because, like, especially when it comes to music theory, like music theory is such a huge thing where it's like, oh, the chords are like 1, 3, and 5, and I'm like, the fuck does that even mean? Like, you know, like, and if you're like, if you know some basic form of music theory, then you would be like, oh,
Yeah, you know what the 1, 3, and 5s are.
exactly. Like that's like ABCs, like literally like ABCs. And then I don't even have a grasp of that, right? And I was always insecure about those things. So like I've always pretended to know like music sheet, like reading notes and all those things. And I tried to learn, I really did. But like it became a chore, right? So I guess like again, this is like very related to what we're talking about. When the hobby started becoming a chore, like it became a task kind of thing, and I was forced to do it, and I hated it because I didn't enjoy it anymore, right? Like learning about these music theory. Music theory is essentially learning another language, and it's literally the
Yes.
language of music, like
Yep.
literally. And it's like, and you know how difficult it is to learn language if you haven't started it at a young age, right? Like,
And if you don't like interpret it into your day to day.
like it's like not impossible, but it's very challenging, and it's like hard to grasp in the concept. And I've spent a lot of time, studying on my own and doing these things for music theory and all this, but it never clicked to me. And so like at one point I was just like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it however else I've been doing this entire time. And then when somebody asks me, they'd be like, hey John, you played that one song, what are the chords? And I'd be like, I really don't know what the chords are. I can just
You're Phoebe from Friends.
I can just show it to you. Yeah, smelly
Do you
cat.
know what I'm talking about?
Smelly cat. Yeah.
So Phoebe from Friends, she also doesn't know any chords, and she just plays this guitar, and then she tries to teach her friend Joey, and then she goes, okay, so the first chord is old lady.
To be fair, okay, I know some chords. Okay, I'm not like.
And this is Tiger Fist.
I know some of the chords, but like not like super extensive of like in terms of like arrangements and all those things and what chord comes after. But I'll always be like, hey, I'll just show it to you, because I don't know how to do it and stuff, or I don't know what the names are. Like even to this day, right? And so I already forgot what your question was, but but all of that to say, by the way, that's the third time I'm keeping count on how many times I've said all of that to say, is that in terms of like qualifications and like pressure and like gatekeeping stuff, at some point you're gonna reach a point where like if you really like what you're doing and if you really like your hobby and if you're really passionate about it, then who gives a fuck about the entry level and like the expectations of like, oh, but you should be knowing this. And it's like, no, I'm just gonna do me. And it's like, I don't need your validation and you're like, I don't need you to exactly, I don't need you to approve of my ways of doing it,
True.
But I don't know, like in the sense of like, I guess that more applies into the creative side of things, right? Whereas I don't know if you're like growing plants and shit, right? And you're like, oh no, I feed my worms only meat,
Oh my god.
There's definitely like a bougie like level of, and this is like crazy to talk about worm keeping, like vermin composting at this level. But like no, like there are people that are like, oh no, I only feed my worms like this fed, like this feed.
Yeah.
Like I do like clamshell for like calcium. I'm like, I don't know, I just like throw eggshells.
Yeah, exactly.
And then people are like, what do you mean? That's not good for your worms. I'm like, my worms are alive.
Yeah. That's what exactly. Right. So you can get as extensive as anal as you can be in those things.
Yeah, I think in like any hobby that would be the case, right? And like I think it's like really crazy. So like, people just like relax. If people ask you for advice, gauge their experience and respond appropriately. And if you're just like breaking into a new hobby, be humble and ask for advice and be like, hey, how should I do certain things? And maybe you don't have to spend, actually this is like a good question to ask for you guys. Like, you don't have to spend a lot of like money right away to get into a very specific hobby.
Yep.
Right? But do you guys know, because I certainly do you guys know specific hobbies that are like insanely expensive to like even enter into?
Would sports count? Like sports can be hobbies, right?
Oh yeah,
Sports are hobbies,
Because I'm
for sure.
thinking like hockey gear is super expensive.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I was talking to a friend who has like a 12-year kid or something. They have to buy all the gear to go to all the practices and the tryouts. You might not even freaking make the team, and you've already thrown money at it. So I'm like, oh, that's a very expensive hobby to have.
And then the commitment afterwards, because you gotta drive them to meets, and then like the regionals, and then the whatever the championships if they make it that far.
Yep, exactly.
That's a lot of commitment.
Yeah, and some of that gear doesn't last, so you have to re-buy it and replace it within the same like few months.
From what I heard too, like snowboarding and like any winter sport gets a little
Expensive.
yeah, it's very
True.
pricey like at the very beginning. Like
Yeah.
even on top of the fact that you have like to have like a, you know, if you really want to do it seriously and regularly, like a membership to, like, you know, the resorts like the mountains and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Where you're gonna do it
Yeah.
at. But like what ends up happening in like in a more like creative sense, like artistic hobbies, like is very the world's your oyster kind of thing, where you can only like you know, you can only spend like 50 cents in one thing and it goes to like 5,000 on another. So like it really depends on how much you're gonna get into it. And you know, I'm obviously guilty of like getting way into a thing that I thought I'd be into first, right? And spending money, and then
Like what? Like what?
like right now I'm looking at up top here the I have a I have a tablet. What do you call that? Where you draw and stuff.
Oh, like a tablet? Yeah.
Yeah, but like it's called something else. Like it's like a Surface thing that you like you have your pen and stuff. And
Yeah, I know. It's like a drawing tablet. Right?
exactly.
And you
Yeah,
have
yeah.
like a pen and
Yeah,
then
yeah, yeah. And I think I spent like 300 something on this, right? And like I haven't touched it in like years, you know. And so like I thought, you know, I'm definitely guilty of that stuff, but I don't think that it should discourage you into, you know, picking up hobbies and doing all this. I think moral of the story is, if you're just getting into it, then just buy something more, you know,
entry level.
entry level. But you know, like, but see, on the other side, like for me, it's like, yeah, but if I'm gonna get into it, why don't I just invest in something that will last me a long time? You know what I mean?
You know, I know that mentality too, but
Yeah.
then like I think I've gone down that rabbit hole like maybe one too many times, where I'm like, I think exactly like you. I have something very expensive I have at home that I just don't touch, and I'm like, I really thought it was a good idea at the time, and I really thought I would, but I just didn't.
That's
right?
what I mean.
So then now, whenever I'm like trying to start something up, it's always like the cheapest possible thing. And if I'm like, okay, if I can do this consistently for 2 months, then I'll upgrade. I just treat it as a sunk cost. I'm like, okay, like this, whatever it is a sunk cost. And then if I keep up, then I will, you know, upgrade.
I bought a bass guitar, I think, maybe like a couple of years ago now, and I honestly, I played it like hardcore for like 3 months straight. Like I got new blisters on how much I played the bass guitar, but I haven't touched it since. And it's like,
Damn.
yeah, and I felt bad, and I'm like, you know, it's just here hanging out, and like, you know, it's calling my name, and I have.
But you know what? It is like it really be like that sometimes though. But like I think like maybe the like I don't know, like at least for me, I found that like trying something out and like being able to actually commit to it for a period of time really helps. Like for example, in a way nerdier version of this, right? Like in League of Legends, if I want to buy a new skin, right, which is just cosmetic changes to like how you play the game, but it doesn't impact but it doesn't impact your abilities, or like it doesn't make you stronger or anything like that. It just makes you prettier, right? For me, before I buy a new skin, I'm always like, okay, I can only buy this skin if I commit to playing this character like, you know, 3 months like consistently and like not hating it, and like I know actually how to play, so I'm not like embarrassing myself. Right?
True.
Before I can commit money to buying the skin.
Okay, so out of our very grasp of hobbies, out of our very bare grasp of hobbies and stuff, right? If somebody was to walk up to us and be like, okay guys, I'm planning on starting a hobby, should I invest into this? Like, how far in do I go into this? Do I go neck deep? Do I go, you know, do I dip my toes in it? What is the not unanimous, I guess unanimous advice that we have as a group of beer talks experts? What is our consensus into
I'll go first.
what we would say to this person? To be like, should I be way into it, or should I like hold back? Stan.
I'll go first. I definitely will be like, regardless of what it is, I think you should try out a new hobby anyway, right? Like, because a lot of people are like, should I try this? Like, I don't know. There's a lot to consider, and then they end up not doing it. No, I think based on my experience, that's a mistake. Just go do it, right? Like, no matter what the entry level is, just like try it and see if you, yeah, exactly. Shia LaBeouf the cannibal.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, no, just go do it, right? And then in terms of like at what level you want to do this at, honestly, I think it depends on the person. For me, it would always be like commit the bare minimum to see if there's enjoyment out of it for a period of time. Because like I think for for anybody to try anything new, there's always that first like initial hit of high
Mhm.
where you're like, whatever you do, it's like always like, large marginal returns
Mhm.
on satisfaction,
Right,
right?
right,
But
right.
over time, you want to see how kind of that scales down. And if you're like, okay, if it scales down because you don't like it anymore, or if it scales down because you feel like it's not challenging enough, then you can gauge like, okay, do I spend more money to go to the next level of difficulty or whatever?
Right.
Or is it like I truly just this was a novel idea, it was okay, I can move on to the next
Right.
thing.
It's good to call it quits here. True.
Yeah. So that's kind of like where I would how I would recommend approaching something new.
It sounds like
Addy,
a Swiss answer. But anyway, continue.
yeah, kind of. But Addy, what? Because I'm conservative. Because like I've been in the case where like I've spent like a lot of money
Yep.
down something that I did it for like a month or two and I thought it was really fun, but
Mhm.
like I never touched it again, and like it's just now a waste of space and a waste of money, and I'm like, oh, like that's
True.
yeah.
Addy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I agree with that because I've done the same thing. Like a few years ago before COVID, I was like, oh, you know what? Like I like playing games, not like super competitive and like actual esport games like League of Legends, but I played like, for example, Bloons TD, okay? And I'm like, I'm sure
Yo.
people like
All
yeah,
guys.
Fall
Bloons
Guys. I'm
Gaming.
like, I'm sure people like these games. Maybe I could be a streamer and this could be like my side hobby kind of thing. Like I'll stream while I play anyways. Might as well stream. So then I got
Mm.
super into it. I bought a new gaming laptop. I bought a webcam. I bought a
I gave you my
yeah, you gave me my
stand.
stand. Sorry, your stand. And then I got new headphones. I got a new mouse. Like I was like, yeah, I'm full force into it. So I spent like a couple $1,000s on all the gear. I know
Mm.
because the laptop, right? The laptop was already over $1,000. So like,
True.
I mean, even the camera, I looked up like, oh, what's a good streaming webcam, and it was like $200, and then the mic was like
Mm.
another 100. But anyway, so I threw money at it. I streamed twice, and then I was like, streaming's hard, and also like
Nobody's watching me.
nobody's watching me. Streaming is hard because I'm trying to game while like responding to comments. I'm like, oh no, this I can't do this. I'm like dying. My tower's being eaten by zombies. Like I can't do this.
Wait,
So
that's Plants vs. Zombies. That's not Bloons.
I know,
Anyway,
but anyways,
continue.
but the idea, right? So then I'm like, okay, I
Yeah.
can't do this. So then I gave up on streaming. Luckily now we're podcasting as my hobby. So then I was able to use similar gear, but that's besides the point. So because I've gone down the throw money at it route, my advice for people starting out new hobbies is throw enough money at it so you can start. You don't need to start with the nicest things. Like you don't need a DSL camera, cam recorder, or whatever hell to start streaming, YouTube, whatever. You can start with a webcam. Like a few, $50-$60 webcam start. If you like it, if it takes off or whatever, then sure, throw more money at it. But like, throw enough just so you can get started and get a taste of it, but don't, go headfirst into it. If it's like something you can go to a drop-in class for, like if it's a music class, painting class, dance class, if you can do a drop-in, if you could do a paint night, do that first to see if you like it, and then decide if you want to put more money towards it to build it into a bigger hobby for yourself.
That's actually great advice. If there are classes that's available for you to take, like take the classes.
Mm-hmm.
John, what about you? Any advice for people looking to start a hobby or potentially like wanted to get into something new?
Yeah. Okay. So what you guys are saying, it's pretty kosher what you guys are saying of like, let's just kind of test the waters and see how it is. I think it's very easy to be, what's the word? When you see some
Overzealous.
sure. Oh, that's a good word too. Wonder where you learned that word from. But
The
like,
dictionary of John.
but it's so easy to be fascinated to like, especially when you see like on like any social media platform of like, wow, look what they did. Like, look how their hobby turned out, right? Like, look at the results, right? And you're like, oh, I could probably do that. But then, without you realizing how much time they've invested on it first before they invested on the equipment and stuff, right? So, like, I'm pretty sure we are pretty unanimous and in consensus here between what you should spend on if you have the means and if you have the ability to spend on higher quality equipment and a higher price, and you think that if it doesn't work out you won't be at such a loss, at a deficit, then sure, by all means. But most hobbies don't really take that much investment unless you're into like I don't know, like yacht racing.
Start on a paper boat.
Yeah, like there are these things that you need to do and all those things. So in terms of that sense, like just very much also resonating with what Stan aka Shia LaBeouf is talking about, with you just being able to do it and just kind of jumping into it. It's very easy to get stun locked about like, oh, but I need to have so and so, I need to have this and to
Yeah.
happen, right? I need to have this gear to produce something really high quality, etc., etc. But yeah, kind of just get into it. It's a new year. Who also, it's important to be like, for the gatekeepers that you're gonna face, don't be so obsessed about the results so much. Just kind of do it for the sake of just doing it, and you're like, and seeing how it goes.
I think that's a great advice. Like, it's so easy to get obsessive over something. It's like, oh man, I thought I really liked painting, but I draw like shit.
Right, exactly. You watch a few Bob Ross videos, and you're like, oh, I could do that, and then
I'm Zen. I have squirrels.
yeah, and then, and then it turns nothing like what you're doing. Like, don't be so discouraged. I think a lot of it has a lot to do with consistency. Like what we did for this podcast, we didn't really have a solid plan at the beginning. We kind of just wing it, and after like a couple of episodes, then we realized that, you know what, yeah, this is something that we could do, and we're getting
Yeah, and
better
this is
at.
also really fun.
Yeah.
I
Exactly.
really enjoy this.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
it's very-
that's the other thing too. If you're having fun, even if you're shit at it, still do it. Like I'm actually
True.
serious. Like as a hobby, like I had a friend that took a dance class with me, and like she wasn't shit at it, but she did struggle quite a bit. But she totally
Wait, does she know that though?
no, she totally did. She totally did. She totally did. Yeah.
I
She was
Put her on blast.
she's like totally. I killed it, and then here Addie is like, oh, she like,
she's garbage. What? Killed
No.
what? The instructor?
because we talked about it too. We talked about it. She's very aware of it. She's like, oh no, I know I was struggling with it. And she was always like a beat late than the rest of the class. And she knew this. And we know this because at the end of the class, we took videos of like class taking, like doing the choreo or whatever. But she freaking enjoyed it. And we were even talking about it like recently. And we're like, yo, let's take another class together. It doesn't matter if we're at different levels. Like, you're having fun. Let's do it. And she was totally down with it. And I'm like, you know what? That's the right attitude to have. Like, if you're having fun, if you are enjoying it, fuck everyone else. I don't care what everyone else thinks or sees or says. Like, I'm just gonna go with it. And I think that whatever makes you happy, go for it.
Yo, so it just boils down to do what makes you happy. Just don't hurt anybody.
Yes.
Yeah, so the people that want to try a new hobby, go for it, and the people that are gatekeeping, like relax. For the friends that I've gatekeeped before, I'm sorry.
I'll take your shiny
Oh,
Pikachu's now,
man.
please.
I'll take your shiny Pikachu's now, please give me. I'm sorry.
True.
She listens to this podcast too, so
Oh,
I'm
does
like,
she?
I'm sorry.
Oh shit, I know who you're talking about.
But actually, Stan's not sorry at all. He
No, I am.
he still doesn't
I've
want you.
grown up. I'm a new
Oh
person.
my
He still doesn't
god,
want
I
your
could keep
fraud
with you.
Pikachu.
We used to look at her and be like, how dare you?
But then now I'm just like, who cares?
Oh, well, clearly you did. But anyway.
I did. Yeah, you're right. Anyway, growth
Anyway.
mentality, John.
Reality, yeah. That's where we're at here. Episode
Do
2.
you guys still have your beer left?
I'm done. I've been done.
I have like
Really? I have like a quarter.
I have
left.
half a
Holy
beer
moly.
left. You can't see this, listeners, but I'm already so red, and I'm like holding my head up because like I'm losing it.
By the way, I really I've been staring at this. You guys see it on the can. It says share your hashtag Amsterdam good beer.
Yeah.
But they changed the damn good colors.
Oh,
Answer damn good. dude.
Exactly.
so,
yeah.
like,
And I'm
smart.
all right. Subtle,
Okay.
clever, subtle. I'll give you
Yeah.
props. Amsterdam Brewery.
Yeah, I don't think this is a beer I can just down, but like I don't mind sipping this over time slowly if I can keep it cold.
You never down IPAs anyway.
I was gonna say the same
That's
thing. I'm
true.
like, if this stayed cold longer, I think it'd be easier for me to drink. But it's slowly getting
Listen-
warm, and I'm like, oh my god, it's like I
You
can't.
gotta like finish it before it
Yeah,
gets
yeah,
too
yeah,
warm.
Listen, if you're a type of person who downs IPAs, I'm gatekeeping you. Please don't.
Like, what a monster.
Yeah.
Literally after an entire episode of just like, all right, gatekeepers, relax. But like, don't down IPAs.
But yeah, that's us from.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Oh.
We didn't Amsterdam Brewery, if you're listening, like please sponsor us. We'd love to drink more of your beer. I
Yeah.
already spoke about the 3-speed lager. Is it lager? Lager?
Lager.
Lager. Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay. So I know what I was talking about. So yeah. Please sponsor us.
Because
We'd love-
logger is the people that cut wood trees. Lumberjacks.
Yeah, I knew that.
Wow.
It's also a function in math.
It is.
Oh
Yeah.
Yeah,
shit.
slugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cosine and sine.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
But yeah, and also, I'd like to know because again, I'm still on a journey of finding like a true hobby that I'm trying to enjoy for myself. If there's anyone listening who has a hobby that we have not talked about today and would like to share with me for me to try out or for all of us to try out, please leave a comment in whatever platform you're listening to us on. And with that, Adeline, are you ready? Should I talk
Yes,
more?
no, I'm ready.
Should I
I'm like
tag with you more?
scrolling. I'm like, where did I list it? Okay,
Right.
so I found it. So yes, you can follow us, comment, like, and subscribe. What was it? CLS. Comment, like, and subscribe. Oh my god. Comment, like, and subscribe on us, with us, to us. Oh shit.
Okay. Yeah.
On
all of those.
TikTok, Instagram, and follow us on Spotify. Yes, Spotify. Our handle is at Beer Talks TO. So that's BeerTalksto. So that's Beer
Mhm.
Talks TO. I was buffering, guys. Okay, it just took a moment to load.
You know what's funny is that people who've been following us already know what the tag is, but like we just want to see Addy mess up every time at this point.
Every
Oh,
time.
come on. I'm doing better, no?
Like that's why we keep this segment.
And speaking of segments, our new segment, our shout outs. Who's your
Oh,
who's
yeah.
your shout out today, Stan?
Oh, Stan.
Oh wait. Wait. I shouted out Mo last
You
week.
did. You did. But you said you had two. You were gonna start with Mo first.
I did have two. Okay, so this week I wanted to shout out Kat, who is our friend. And the reason why I wanted to do this very specific shout out is because I didn't realize anybody was actually listening to us. And then she was like, "Hey man, when's the next episode coming out?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "I've been listening." And I'm like, "Wait, what?" And then she started quoting parts of our content back to me, and I'm like, "You actually listened to us." I was
Oh.
very shocked.
That's sick.
Yeah, I was like, "Whoa."
I hope we have built a parasocial relationship that you know me as much as I don't know you.
and actually, this episode was her suggestion, so perfect.
Oh, no
Yeah,
shot.
it really
Yeah.
is.
So
Oh.
John,
Addy, you have a shout out?
John, you go first.
Addy, you have a shout out?
Fine, I have a shout out. My shout out is Ray, who also stayed for our entire 2-hour live when we did our season
Why are you
finale.
stealing my shout
I know. That's how I was like, you know, I'm going to do this first. So when we did our season 1 finale, the 2-hour live, Ray, shout out to you. You were there the whole time, and you interacted with us too, and you were commenting and calling me out every time I spilled the beer. So
Yay.
thank you for listening to us and being a fan. Also, listeners, if you like our album art, it was designed by him.
Yo,
Yay.
exactly. True. It was at. Oh no, we can't say it's at. It's some lewd photos in there. But anyway,
Wait, okay, can I keep this in?
my shout out is to Ray's wife, Sally. Hey, Sally.
Double shout out.
I'm just gonna go down his family line.
Wow.
Ray's uncle.
Yeah, people who don't even listen to us will be like, Sally doesn't really listen to us, but now that Ray's got a shout out, she has to listen to us, and now I'm putting her on blast. So, by the way, for full transparency, even you guys here, Stan and Addy, you don't know this, but this segment I made this up so that we have engagement pieces. This is the this is the angle where people can engage with us because our engagement is like, hey, buy the beer and drink with us, and while we listen, that's a big ask, and we're no Nicki Minaj, we don't have big asks over here.
Oh.
You like that one, Stan? You're muted, Stan. You're muted.
It happened again. I really thought, where are you gonna go with this?
It's a good one, eh? You like that one?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
good.
yeah,
Pretty good.
okay.
Right, and that being said, shout outs to you, listener, wherever you are, especially you from India. I hope that everybody has a great day. Thanks for tuning in for Beer Talks TO. It's been a pleasure talking at you. Stay tuned for our episode number 3 coming up. I don't even know what it's coming up, to be honest.
In 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks. Cheers, everybody. I hope you had a good time.
Cheers.
Cheers.